Captain Alex Mason stood on the bridge of the small rescue ship, the Phoenix, staring at the distant planet below. It was a world caught in the middle of war. Fires burned across its surface, and storms of dust swept over ruined cities. The colony they were sent to help was struggling to survive. Alex felt the weight of the mission on his shoulders. They were there to deliver oxygen supplies and medical aid to the alien people who lived in the harsh air. Many had already suffered from breathing problems. Time was short. "Approaching landing zone," the pilot said. "Atmosphere is toxic. We need to be quick." Alex nodded. "All teams, prepare for immediate deployment. Move fast but stay safe." The rescue team suited up and got ready to leave. Among them was Dr. Mia Chen, the ship's medic, who had studied alien biology for years. She checked her equipment carefully. Alex looked at the sky once more. He thought about how fragile life was, no matter the planet or species. For him, every life mattered. The Phoenix landed roughly on the cracked ground. Dust and smoke rose around them. The air was thick and harsh, even through their suits. The rescue team moved out in small groups, carrying oxygen tanks and medical kits. Alex led one group toward a cluster of shelters barely standing. They could hear weak cries and coughing. People were struggling to breathe. Suddenly, a faint sound caught Alex's attention, a soft, broken voice. "Help, please." He moved quickly toward the voice. There, half hidden under rubble, lay a young alien woman. Her skin was pale, almost shimmering in the dim light. She was gasping, trying to breathe but failing. Alex hurried to her side. "Hold on, we will get you oxygen." He checked her suit. It was cracked, leaking the life-saving air. Without hesitation, Alex took off his own oxygen mask and held it close to her mouth. "Breathe slowly," he said gently. The alien woman's eyes fluttered open. She looked at him with fear and confusion. Alex ignored the warnings from his own team. He focused only on saving her. Minutes passed. Slowly, her breathing steadied. Color returned to her cheeks. She looked at Alex with something like gratitude. "Thank you," she whispered in a soft voice. Alex smiled faintly. "You're safe now." The team quickly moved her to the medical tent. Mia and the others began treatment. Alex watched from a distance, feeling a strange connection to the woman he had just saved. News of the rescue spread fast. Among the alien colony, the story of the human who saved a life by giving his own oxygen became a symbol of hope. But not everyone saw it the same way. Within hours, reports arrived from other parts of the galaxy. The act had caught the attention of many alien leaders. In some species, the giving of oxygen to save a life was more than a kindness. It was a sacred act that formed a bond stronger than family or friendship. Alex and the woman, whose name he learned was Lyra, found themselves at the center of a growing mystery. Lyra was quiet but curious. She stayed close to Alex during her recovery. Though they came from different worlds, a silent understanding grew between them. One evening, under the pale light of the alien moon, Alex sat beside Lyra. She looked at him with eyes full of questions. "What happens now?" she asked softly. Alex thought for a moment. "I don't know, but I promise I'll protect you." Lyra smiled faintly, feeling a warmth she had not known before. Back on the ship, a message came from the Galactic Council, a powerful group that governed many species. They demanded to know the details of the rescue. Alex read the message carefully. The council spoke of an ancient law. If a life is saved by giving oxygen, the two become bonded for life. This bond could not be broken and carried responsibilities. Alex frowned. He had only wanted to save a life. Now it seemed the whole galaxy was watching. Meanwhile, some factions viewed this bond as a threat. Humans were not well known across the stars. Many doubted their place among the advanced species. A group called the Xerox Collective sent a warning. They said this bond could upset the balance of power. Others whispered that humans might try to claim alien lives for their own gain. Alex felt the pressure growing, but he refused to let fear control him. He met with his crew and said, "We didn't come here to start fights. We came to help. That's what matters." Mia nodded. We need to learn more about this bond. If it's true, we have to be careful but also strong. Lyra joined the meeting. She spoke with quiet courage. I trust Alex. The bond is real, between us. It is not a chain. It is a promise. Alex looked at her. He saw not only an alien, but a new friend. Someone connected to him in a way beyond words. The story of their rescue and bond soon spread across the galaxy like wildfire. Some cheered the unity between human and alien. Others plotted against them. Alex knew their journey was just beginning. But one thing was clear. Saving a life had changed everything. After her rescue, Lyra slowly began to heal. The medical team on the Phoenix worked day and night to help her recover. But something strange started happening. Lyra's body began to change, in ways no one expected. At first, it was small things. Her breathing became easier and steadier. Her skin, once pale and fragile, now had a faint glow under the ship's soft lights. The doctors were surprised. None of their usual treatments could explain the change. Alex watched her quietly. He felt a strange sense of wonder and worry. He asked Dr. Mia, "What's going on with her?" Mia shook her head. "I don't know. It looks like her body is adapting or bonding with something." The scientists ran tests, sending samples to experts across the galaxy. The results were baffling. They showed that the oxygen Alex had given Lyra was not ordinary. It contained tiny particles unique to humans, particles that seemed to connect with Lyra's biology. This connection went deeper than life-saving air. It was as if her body was now linked to Alex's in a permanent way. When Alex learned about this, he was both amazed and confused. He had only acted to save a life. Now it seemed that act had created a bond no one fully understood. Meanwhile, Lyra felt it too. Sometimes when she was near Alex, her heart beat faster. She felt calm and safe. She could almost sense his thoughts and feelings as if their minds were touching in a quiet way. One afternoon, while resting in the ship's common room, Lyra looked at Alex and said softly, "I feel connected to you, like I'm not alone." Alex smiled gently. "I feel it too. We are linked in a way I didn't expect." News about their bond spread beyond the rescue mission. Many species sent messages, curious or concerned. Some called it a miracle. Others called it a danger. The Galactic Council arranged for a team of elders to visit the Phoenix. These elders were wise leaders from many species who knew the ancient laws and customs of the galaxy. When the elders arrived, they greeted Alex and Lyra with respect. One elder, a tall being with silver skin named Theron, spoke for the group. "Captain Mason Lyra, your bond is unusual but recognized by our oldest laws. When a life is saved by the gift of oxygen, the two become bound. This bond means you share your lives and responsibilities." Alex listened carefully. "What kind of responsibilities?" Theron explained. "You are now linked for life. You must protect and support each other. Your fates are joined. It is a bond of trust, respect, and unity." Lyra looked at Alex with wide eyes. "This means I belong with you?" "Yes," Theron said. "Your lives are connected. The galaxy will recognize this bond." Some of the elders looked worried. They whispered among themselves about what this might mean for their worlds. Alex felt a new weight on his shoulders. He had wanted only to save a life. Now he was part of something bigger, something that could change the galaxy. Back on the Phoenix, not everyone welcomed this news. The Xerac Collective, a powerful group known for their strict control and fear of humans, sent a warning message. "The bond is a threat," their leader said in the message. "Humans use such connections to gain power. We will act if needed." Alex knew that tensions were rising. Some saw the bond as a chance for peace. Others saw it as a risk. Lyra wanted to understand more. She asked Mia, "Why does the oxygen from a human cause this bond?" Mia thought deeply. "It may be that human oxygen carries a unique life force, something that connects across species. It's rare, maybe even special." Alex looked at Lyra and said, I never thought saving you would bring us together like this, but now I feel we must face this challenge as one. Lyra nodded. I trust you, Alex. Together we can show the galaxy what this bond means. As days passed, Alex and Lyra grew closer. They learned about each other's worlds, cultures, and hopes. Despite their differences, they found common ground. They trained together to prepare for what might come. They practiced communication and defense. They knew that some would try to test their bond. One night, as the stars shone outside the ship's windows, Alex and Lyra sat side by side. I never imagined a simple act of saving you would change my life, Alex said. Lyra smiled softly. Neither did I. But I believe this bond is a gift. It can bring us hope. Their connection deepened, not just through the bond, but through friendship and respect. Yet the galaxy was watching. Some hoped the bond would bring peace. Others prepared for conflict. Alex knew their journey was only beginning. The unseen connection between them was growing stronger, and it carried the power to change the future, but it also made them targets. The news of Alex and Lyra's bond spread quickly through the galaxy. It reached the ears of many leaders, scholars, and ordinary beings. Some were curious, others suspicious, and a few were openly hostile. The Galactic Council called a formal meeting. Representatives from many worlds gathered to discuss the meaning of the bond. Alex and Lyra were invited to speak about their experience. The council chamber was a grand place, floating above a shining city on a neutral planet. The walls shimmered with images of many stars and histories. Alex felt the weight of the moment as he stood before the assembled delegates. The council leader, a calm and wise being named Velen, spoke first. This bond between human and alien is rare, but known. Ancient laws say that when one life is saved, by the gift of oxygen, the two become bonded forever. This bond carries rights and duties for both. Velen turned to Alex and Lyra. You must tell us how this bond has affected you. What does it mean to be connected this way? Alex took a deep breath. I never expected this. I only wanted to save her life, but now I feel that our bond is a strong promise. We must protect each other and face what comes together. Lyra nodded. It feels like more than a promise. It feels like trust and hope. I know I am not alone anymore. The delegates listened quietly. Some whispered to one another while others studied the pair with interest. A delegate from the Zirek Collective, a stern-looking figure named Krell, stood to speak. This bond threatens the order we have kept for centuries. Humans are unpredictable. This connection could upset the balance of power. We must be cautious. Another delegate, a gentle creature named Ceres, spoke softly. Perhaps this bond is a chance for unity. We have lived apart too long, afraid of each other. Maybe saving a life can bring us closer. The debate grew heated. Some feared change, while others welcomed hope. Alex knew they faced challenges not just from politics, but from fear and misunderstanding. During the meeting, Velen explained the full meaning of the ancient law. This bond is unbreakable. It means your lives are linked. If one suffers, the other must help. You share your strengths and face dangers together. Alex looked at Lyra. He felt the truth of these words deep inside. The council then announced they would assign guardians to watch over Alex and Lyra. These guardians would ensure their safety and guide them through the responsibilities of their bond. Alex agreed, understanding the importance of this support. After the meeting, Alex and Lyra met with their new guardians, two experienced diplomats named Jara and Tolan. They were wise and kind. Jara said, "Your bond is unusual, but it can inspire many. You will face tests, but also opportunities." Tolan added, "We are here to help you. The galaxy is watching." Back on the Phoenix, Alex and Lyra prepared for the coming days. They trained, studied, and shared stories of their lives. They grew closer, learning about trust and friendship. One day, Alex asked Lyra, "Do you feel the bond between us changing you?" Lyra smiled. "Yes, I feel stronger. I feel more connected to you and to this galaxy. Alex nodded. We must use this strength to show others that our bond is good, not a threat. But not everyone agreed. The Xerox Collective continued their opposition. They sent spies to watch the Phoenix. They whispered doubts and fear among their allies. One night, an alarm sounded on the ship. Alex and the crew rushed to the bridge. The sensors showed an unknown ship approaching fast. "It's a Xerox scout," the pilot said. "They are close." Alex stood firm. "Prepare for communication. We don't want to fight, but we will defend ourselves." The Xerox ship sent a message. "This bond is forbidden. Release the alien before it is too late." Alex replied calmly, "We saved her life. Our bond is real and lawful. We will not separate." The Xerox ship hesitated, then withdrew. The encounter made it clear. Their bond was a symbol and a challenge. As time passed, Alex and Lyra's story inspired others. Many species began to question old fears and traditions. People saw that a human and an alien could be friends, partners, and allies. Alex believed this was just the beginning of a new era. One evening, as they watched the stars, Lyra said quietly, "Do you think the galaxy will ever accept us?" Alex smiled softly. "They will have to, because this bond is stronger than fear. It is hope." Together, they looked toward the future, ready to face whatever came next. The days after the council meeting were not easy for Alex and Lyra. Their bond had become known across many systems, and not all were happy about it. Some saw it as a sign of hope, but others viewed it as a threat. Alex stood on the deck of the Phoenix looking out at the stars. He could feel the tension around them growing. The Xerox Collective was still watching, still planning. But Alex was not afraid. He knew they had to be strong. Lyra joined him quietly. Her eyes held determination. "We cannot let fear control us," she said softly. "We must show them who we truly are." Alex smiled. "Together we can." The Phoenix received a message from an allied planet called Viridia. They invited Alex and Lyra to speak before their leaders and people. It was a chance to explain the bond and its meaning. The day of the visit arrived. Alex and Lyra stood before a crowd of many species, all curious to hear their story. Alex spoke clearly. "Our bond started with a simple act, saving a life. But it grew into something more. It is about trust, respect, and working together." Lyra added, "We come from different worlds, but we share the same hopes. We want peace, friendship, and a better future." The crowd listened. Some nodded, moved by their words. Others remained silent, unsure what to think. Suddenly, a loud explosion shook the city. The crowd panicked. Alex and Lyra looked at each other. This was no accident. The Xerox Collective had sent saboteurs to disrupt the meeting. Their goal was to break the bond by creating fear. Alex moved quickly. "Everyone, stay calm. Follow the guards to safety." Lyra used her knowledge of the city's tunnels to guide people to secure places. Together, they helped the injured and kept order. After the chaos, the leaders of Viridia praised Alex and Lyra for their courage. "You showed true strength," one said. "Your bond saved many lives today." This event made Alex and Lyra more determined. They knew their bond was powerful. It could bring peace or cause conflict. Back on the Phoenix, the crew worked to repair the ship. Alex gathered his team. "We Dabar cannot hide from those who fear change," he said. "But we can be a light in the darkness. We will face every challenge with courage." Mia the medic smiled. "Your bond gives us hope. It shows that life, no matter where it comes from, is precious." Lyra nodded. "And it teaches us that trust can cross any boundary." One evening, Alex and Lyra trained in the ship's gym. They practiced teamwork, learning to move as one. Alex said, "Our bond is not just about law. It's about working together, protecting each other." Lyra smiled. "I feel stronger because you are with me." Their bond grew deeper with each day. However, the threats did not stop. The Xerox Collective increased their efforts. They sent agents to spread lies about humans. trying to turn other species against Alex and Lyra. But the people they met were beginning to change. Many came to see humans as brave and kind, willing to risk everything for others. During a visit to a distant star system, Alex and Lyra helped repair a broken spaceship trapped in an asteroid field. The grateful crew invited them to their home planet. There, Alex and Lyra shared their story. The people welcomed them warmly, offering friendship and support. It was a small victory, but important. Back on the Phoenix, Alex and Lyra prepared for their next mission. They knew the galaxy was still divided, but they believed that one day their bond would inspire unity. One quiet night, Lyra looked at Alex and said, "No matter what comes, I am glad we are together." Alex took her hand gently. "So am I. Together, we are stronger than any challenge." As the stars shone above, Alex and Lyra stood united, ready to face the future. Their bond was no longer just a law. It was a promise of hope. The bond between Alex and Lyra had changed more than just their own lives. It was becoming a symbol across the galaxy, a symbol of hope, unity, and the power of saving a life. After months of travel, speaking, and helping, Alex and Lyra stood before the Galactic Council once more. This time it was not just about explaining their bond, but about shaping the future. The chamber was full of leaders and representatives from many planets. The air was filled with a quiet energy, a feeling that something important was about to happen. Alex stepped forward. "We have seen the galaxy's fears and hopes. Our bond has faced trials and threats, but it remains strong. It shows that even the greatest differences can be overcome." Lyra added, "This bond is not a chain that binds us against our will. It is a choice, a promise to protect and respect life, no matter where it comes from." Velen, the council leader, nodded. "Your journey has inspired change. We have discussed revising the ancient laws to better support bonds like yours, bonds that bring peace instead of fear." The council voted. For the first time in many cycles, the old laws were updated. They now recognized bonds of life-saving as bridges between worlds, encouraging unity and cooperation. News of the change spread quickly. Many planets celebrated. Others, still cautious, watched closely. Alex and Lyra became ambassadors for this new hope. They traveled to places where fear had ruled for centuries. They met leaders, citizens, and young people eager for change. Wherever they went, they shared their story. How a simple act of kindness had created a lifelong bond, not just between two beings, but between entire worlds. On one peaceful planet, a young child asked Lyra, "Can anyone become bonded like you and Alex?" Lyra smiled. "Yes, when we save a life with care and courage, we can form bonds that last forever." The child's eyes sparkled. "I want to save lives and make bonds too." Alex watched, feeling proud. That is the future we hope for. But even as peace grew, challenges remained. Old fears and rivalries did not disappear overnight. Alex and Lyra faced questions and doubts, but they answered with patience and strength. One day, they received a message from a distant star system in trouble. A new war was threatening innocent lives. Without hesitation, Alex and Lyra led a mission to help. They brought aid, hope, and their message of unity. Their presence calmed tensions. Leaders who had once opposed humans saw the power of their bond and courage. Slowly, peace talks began. Back on the Phoenix, Alex and Lyra took a moment to rest. Lyra said softly, "We have come far, but there is still much to do." Alex nodded. "Our bond is the start, not the end. Together, we will keep building a better galaxy." As they looked out at the stars, they knew their story was not just theirs anymore. It belonged to all who dreamed of peace and friendship. Their bond was a new legacy, one born from a simple act of saving a life, and it would shine across the galaxy for generations to come.